Are you tired of being you? Are you tired of the dissatisfaction when you look into the mirror? I was at the same situation like you are. I used to be a depressed people pleaser with zero confidence, no real friends, and no girls into me. But today, I have confidence, I have charisma, I have awesome friends, and I have beautiful relationships. And it all started once I could look into the mirror and say, I like this guy. And this is not a magical transformation. You can achieve it too. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you the exact reason why it is that you don't like yourself. The exact reason why you constantly reject yourself, why you're not satisfied with yourself. So stick with me. So why is it that we dislike ourselves? How is this even possible? Like, when you think about it, you can dislike other people for their behavior, for something they said to you, but how can you actually dislike yourself? Like, you are the only person in the universe with whom you have contact 24/7. You're always with yourself. How can you dislike yourself? And there's one explanation you might know. And it is that because you have complete control over yourself and you see yourself all the time, you are also the person who has the highest awareness of yourself, and by that you are your own biggest critic. Because you see everything you do, you see everything you think and feel, and you can constantly criticize it. You are so aware of yourself, you see everything, that there are more reasons to dislike the things you do, you say, you feel, you think. But I'm gonna be honest, I think this is not the main reason. The main reason, the actual reason for it, is this. We suppress the part of us we would actually like. Let's be honest. You know yin and yang, right? We all have a light part and we all have a dark part. The point is maybe there are some things we don't like about each other, about ourselves. Maybe there is some habit we have we don't like. Maybe there is something we don't like. Okay, fine. But there is a side in us that we would actually like if we would not suppress it. There is a side in us that we genuinely love and like, but we don't know this side because we don't express it. We don't express it to the world and we don't express it to ourselves. Why is that? Because we are too afraid to show ourselves. We're too afraid to show this side of us because this side of us we actually like is the side that is truly ours. This is the side which we can truly call our true authentic selves, our heart selves basically. I was so afraid back then to show myself, to express myself, to be me basically. I had so many thoughts and impulses and things I wanted to do, I wanted to say and so on. But I was so afraid to do so because I was afraid of rejection. I was afraid of people pointing with the finger at me and saying, haha, you are cringe, haha, you are this and that, haha, you should be ashamed. I was ashamed of myself basically because I was too afraid to show myself. This constant preoccupation of what other people might think, those thoughts of, oh, I don't want to show myself because I don't want to upset someone. I don't want to be too much for other people. I don't want to make people uncomfortable. All those thoughts which all limit you, they all hold you back. All of those thoughts, all of this awareness of the opinions of others, it suppresses the part of you that you would actually like. I'm not enough. I don't want to upset someone. I don't want to be too much. I'm not funny. This is cringe. You might have the same thoughts I used to have. And I want to tell you something, and please listen to me. Those thoughts are bullshit. They're all fucking lies. Once I've learned and I started to express myself, to be myself, to do the things I wanted to do, guess what happened? Slowly, something changed in my perception of myself. There were moments I did something out of my impulse, out of my own desire and my own will, which made me smile, which made me literally think to myself like, I fucking like myself. And these days, this is automatic. These days, I walk into the street, I do something, I speak with someone, or I remember something I did, and I honestly just think to myself without consciously thinking about this is something that flops into my head automatically. Like, damn, I like myself. And this makes me happy. I feel this joy, like, damn, I like myself. Why is this? How is it? Because I started to express the side of me that I actually would like. I started to live by my heart. I started to be myself, be me. Because let's be honest, you have impulses, desires, emotions that want to go out, you want to express. The best example for it is you are in the group of your friends and there is something funny happening and you genuinely find it funny. And you want to laugh about it. You feel the impulse. You feel it like you want to laugh. For you, it's funny. But you look around and nobody's really laughing at it. Nobody finds it funny. So what are you doing? You suppress it. You don't laugh because nobody's laughing. I don't want to stand out. I don't want to be the idiot who laughs hilariously about something that nobody finds funny. This is where you're suppressing your true authentic self. And honestly, once you can ignore everyone else and just act on your impulses, act on the impulse to laugh, act on the impulse to say something, act on the impulse of doing things you enjoy. Once you start doing this, you are revealing your true side, your heart side. You start living from your heart, from your will and desire, from your impulse. And you start to actually like yourself because you're not in this suppression mode anymore. You're not in this. You don't just see the dark side of the yin and yang. You're starting to see the light side as well from the yin and yang. And you see the light side and you think to yourself, why am I'm actually pretty cool. I actually really like myself. I really like what I'm doing. I really like how I am. So how to act on this impulse? Because it requires a little bit of practice, because you get an impulse, right? For example, the impulse to laugh about something. You see the impulse, you are aware of it, you are aware of this impulse. Then you start to think and judge the impulse according to your surroundings, according to your logical brain, what you've experienced in the past. And then you think and judge like, okay, should I laugh or should I no, don't laugh? And is it appropriate to laugh? Whatever. You have to bypass this thought and judgment process. And how you do it, you have to be aware of the impulse before the thought can arise. This sounds very complicated, but I will cover this in a very simple rule. When you have an impulse and desire to do something, like for example to laugh about something, or when you have the impulse to compliment someone, let's say, but you're too afraid of them looking weird or whatever, when you feel the impulse, when you get this idea like of laughing or saying a compliment, within 3 seconds you have to do it. You have 3 seconds time. That's it. You know, when this 3 seconds pass, you already have the judgment and thoughts in your head. But let's say you get the impulse, you see you hear something and you want to laugh. Okay, 1, 2, ha 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 ha. You have to react within those 3 seconds as fast as possible to bypass the judging and thinking process in your head, which will suppress your authentic desire and your authentic impulse. Expressing myself and acting on my impulses and living through my heart, being myself, being my true self, showing myself to the world, it honestly changed my life. And I'm not exaggerating, but this was the starting point where people actually started to see me as who I am, and they started to accept me as who I am. And because I felt good with it, I felt happy with what I'm doing, I did more of it and people reacted good to it. And just because of that, everything I told you, that I'm confident, charismatic, I have awesome friends, I have relationships with girls. Honestly, all of that basically happened because I embraced myself and I was able to show myself to the world. I was able to build up the courage to overlook my fears and step into the world as myself, as how I am. And that opened me the door for all the beautiful things I was allowed to express in the past 2-3 years, just because I showed myself to the world. And I want the same for you. And I hope you can achieve it. I hope you can build up the courage and truly live by your heart and show yourself to the world.